So first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to move and put a few little lines, God only knows what they're going to be, through here. And I'm going to do the same thing, but I'm thinking that I want to just make a few little areas that might have a little bit of this blue in it. Maybe 3, 4, 5, I don't know. Well, this is all an experiment. I've never tried this before. Okay? Well, I've never tried these colors before. So now I'm going to add a solid layer. I'm using the Gamblin's brown pink, and I'm using cold wax at about 50-50, and I'm trying different things to lay this in a very thin coat. The first thing I tried was a roller. It didn't work, so then I ended up with my scraper. And here I am making an extremely thin coat. So I'll just keep on working these colors back and forth until I get them to my satisfaction. This is just the foundation for the next piece. So now that I got my first color down, I'm adding another color. This is Paynes Gray that I mixed with cold wax and with the oil. And the next color I'm going to use is green gold that I'm also going to mix with some cold wax oil, and I put a little bit of white in both of these. I wanted to get everything lightened up. So as you can see, I'm just using my palette knife, feeling my way through the painting, and working at getting some colors mixed that'll work for me. This next one is I decided I needed some more dark, so that's just Paynes Gray. And I'm loving this. And now here I am, I'm about to start using some stencils. I need to get some more lights and some more darks in here. So I'm exploring a little bit of stencils. This painting that I'm using right now is I used some of the green gold and put the white and the cold wax. Oh no, I used some of the Paynes Gray. And I'm also using the stencil I'm using the roller so it kind of prints at the same time. I like the way the stencil prints some paper texture in also. So I'm going to play back and forth. This time I'm going to go with a little greener yellow, I think, or this is the pinker. I did the pink with this. I used that rose pink and tinted my white a bit whiter. And now I'm just kind of scraping back in and making the textures work for me. I work back and forth and all around. This is a little piece of drywall tape I put some texture in with. And the idea is to just start to see what's working in mark making and what I'm liking. So it is a back and forth process, and I truly enjoy what I'm doing, putting a little more marks in, pulling marks out, and adding more area. Again, I try not to use too many stencils. I don't want it to get too confused, so I kind of limit myself to a couple. I tried one of the stencils that I really like and it wasn't working for me, so I gave up on it eventually. Again, I'm ending up filling in more colors, smushing some colors together. I decided I needed a darker green in there somewhere, so I ended up putting some of the darker green in and working back and forth, back and forth. There's places I really like in this, and there's places that this is the stencil that did not work. I love this stencil, but it's just not going to work for this kind. It's too thick. I have to find very cheap, thin stencils to use with this oil. So what you'll see is I eventually just kind of scraped most of it out, left a little bit of texture behind, which is always good. I mean, there's all sorts of different ways that you can make texture, and that's what I'm exploring in here, and trying to keep the colors fairly separate, but I want them all to work together. and it's great fun. Okay, so now I'm going to work on my final mark making. Here I've got a little ballpoint um, tool here, and I'm going to make some little marks, little lines here and there. First I did circles, the second one I think I did some squares, trying to unify all of the spaces here, and letting it just kind of become what I'm trying to make it become. And so now I'll work in this area. I think I did 3 spirals in here. I liked the circulars that I already had. And here again, I'm going to go with some bigger circles, some smaller circles, some ovals, and a half oval. And then I decided that I needed to put a little more white in. I needed some light in that gray space. So I just grabbed a little more light and put it in. And I'm
Now
just kind of finishing it
for my
off.
big reveal.
And here I go pulling the tape off for the big reveal. It always looks so much nice and cleaner once I get this done. And it's like, wow, it's a painting.
And there I go.
So this is Gamlin Cold Wax and oil and Stabilos. Love it.